would be very helpful, thanks.
Only partially helpful.
Is your clay very different from this Ruthanne stuff you're really working?
It is a bit different, yes. Definitely handles differently, but it's the same, you know, basically the same clay.
Do you, would you adjust your clay for hand building as opposed to throwing, or is it the same?
I don't do anything other than what I've always done. I just use the clay as it is. It's come through the pug mill and
Do you have a slab roller in your workshop?
you know, I've never had the need for one.
Not
Maybe
yet.
useful now,
Yeah.
but somebody gave me a slab roller years and years ago, and I thought, it's just taking up space. Why do I have it? I don't use it. I just put things on top of it. And so I sold it. You should try lifting it. It's really heavy.
Do you want a lighter one? There is a lighter one.
It's I don't need it at the moment. I will tell you I do. I don't want my head around it. the secret to loosening up, and we were talking about it earlier, is not to be worried about the end product, not to think this is what I'm going to make. So it has certain rules attached to it and all that kind of thing. If you think in terms of I'm just going to see where this goes, you'll find there's something inside you that will make you try new things. If you allow yourself. I mean, if you're so worried about the end product that it has to be so perfect, then it won't happen. But if you say, let's just play, let's just see what happens if I do that and that, you'd be amazed at what you learn. It may not be what you want particularly, but then you've learned something that the clay will do for you. When you play with it, you allow it to do something that you weren't expecting it to do.
Isn't that what painters say?
Sorry, that's what
to loosen up in painting, you know, just
well,
let
in
go
anything,
and play. Yes.
in anything at all.
Yes.
I think in creative work of any kind, you know, that how do things get invented? You know, people who understood a little bit about something, they say, well, I don't know what'll happen. Well, what if I do that? And you go, oh my God, the apple fell on his head, and you know, it's It's not going to be big enough. I'm going to have to put another one in.
pulling that handle, you have done almost every single part of it differently from how it's classically taught. It's wonderful.
What can I say? That was one of the things I found, that when you teach yourself, the way I learned how to center on the wheel was I had Mick Casson's Craft of the Potter. And in the middle of that book, it shows you how to make the simple cylinder, the plate. So that's how I learned originally. And then from that, once I learned those kind of rules around how to make things, I just went for it. You know, whatever works. And that's my philosophy. Whatever works. I was talking about the German way of teaching ceramics. It is so strict. It is right on their own rules. You abide by those rules, and if you don't pass the test with going by those rules, you don't get your masters. So it's very, very strict. And I used to get German students come over and want to loosen up, and said, you do it. Show me how to loosen up. And get him to throw a simple cylinder and say, well, what can you do with that now? Well, I would take hold of it. Now I'd say you could do this, 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 and this, and you could do that. They go. And I said, just use your imagination, just go for it. You're not losing anything. It's just a piece of clay. That's all it is. And then, little by little, they learn and they go for it, and they realize that actually it's up to me how I use my clay. It's not somebody else telling me how to do. Once you've got the rules, the technical rules, the stuff that you need to know to make clay work in a kiln and everything, you break the rules. I mean, there are lots of rules you don't need to abide by, and you just need to be careful about the ones that need to be looked at,
Do you think you can only feel brave enough to break the rules once you're confident enough with the basic rules, though?
How's confident enough? I mean, confident enough means maybe that you can actually make a cylinder.
Okay.
That's really all. After that, it's like if you make really thick things, you got to fire them really slowly and make sure they're really dry when you fire them, because they probably will blow up in your kiln. Really simple kind of rules about what you put in your clay. Don't get plaster in your clay. Don't do lots of stupid things that you learn are probably not a good idea. And you can try them and see what happens. That's the only way you're going to prove to yourself that this is not the way to do it, is to do it and see what happens.
And that little bit of clay you added at the bottom there,
That was basically where
For the
the
join.
handle joins onto the body.
Yeah.
There's a visual crack. It's
Right.
not a crack, but
Yeah.
it's a join.
Yeah.
And I just fill that in.
Yeah.
So there's a continuation of the line in the handle. So